You want to book your first job in voiceover? I'm going to show you how. I'm Damon, I've been a part-time voice actor for 3 years, and this is how you can get started today, literally today, and get your first job booked. Let's get started. Step 1. Go to acx.com and create your account. You'll need an Amazon account to do this, but the chances are you probably have one already. Just use that one for now, you don't need to set up anything new. Once you've logged in, spend a few minutes uploading a picture and filling out some of the basic details. Don't worry too much about adding samples and stuff if you don't have them yet. You can do all that later. Step 2. Use these filters to start narrowing down some of our options. You'll notice before I do this, there's literally hundreds and hundreds, but I don't want most of these. This is where you need to make a choice. Do you just want to work, or do you want to get paid for the work? You'll land a job 5 times faster if you don't want any money for it, in which case royalty share only is a great option. Not as many people go for them, and there's loads of them, so your chances of actually getting the job are way higher. I personally don't recommend it, but if you have the time and you just want to record something for a client, by all means. I'd recommend going to the per finished hour jobs though. Start from the lowest and then go all the way to the highest. Put in your accent, which genres you want to apply for, and bish bash bosh, here's your list. Step 3. Right, so click on one that looks fun. You'll see there's some info here about the book itself, what's included, what piece the author wants to hear in the audition, and if you're lucky, some notes on character voices or delivery style or some other stuff. If that is here, I highly recommend reading it. This is the part where most people get lazy, but it's 100% worth your time. Sometimes authors put in small directions like, please don't slate the take, which just means don't say, hi, my name is Damon and I'm auditioning for this book. Some authors do want this. If you can't follow their basic directions now, there's almost no way they'll trust you with their life's work later, so just be sure to get this bit right. Step 4. Read the audition through, open up your recording software, and hit record. Don't overthink it. Give it a read through as best as you can, and when you make errors, that's when, not if, just pause and pick up from the start of the sentence or wherever makes the most sense. This isn't just to speed through the job, this is to get a feel for the script, learn the tricky bits by doing, and prompt some ideas on how you're going to deliver it. When you're new, this is a godsend, believe me. When you have a bit more experience, you probably won't need loads of takes for an audition, and you shouldn't spend that kind of time on it then. When you're starting out and just want a good chance of getting a job, you need to get a couple bad takes out the way first to find the good one. Now, with the auditions, sometimes authors upload huge amounts of pages, or sometimes they literally upload the entire book. Obviously, you're not going to read all of that. You're aiming to keep it around 1 to 3 minutes top end of finished audio. If there are lots of characters or a particularly intense scene, prioritize that. They'll be harder to do, but the author can't hire someone that they haven't heard do the voices yet, so you can't skip it. Follow the requests in the author's notes, and if there aren't any, do the bit that looks the most interesting and shows off the most in the least amount of time. Finish recording, spend some time editing it to make it sound pretty good, and then add a little note to the author in this box. You don't need to blow smoke or anything, but give them an idea of how long it would take you to complete the job, what your fee is, and when you can get started. Always end by letting them know you're happy to answer any questions they might have. A bonus tip here as well, by the way, is sometimes in the notes they'll ask for some specific information to be included here. Make sure you add it, or they're not even going to bother listening to it. Step 5. Now, repeat. Audition for a range of books in a variety of styles. You can remove the accent filter if you need to. Sometimes authors don't specify or really care, so long as they get a good delivery. By doing a decent sample of some decently strong auditions, that will get you a job. It's not likely to be instant, but this is as fast as you're going to get a voiceover job. You're not spending hours and hours prepping and training, you're not creating shed loads of demo reels or speaking to agents or building a website. In sales, this is called an RGA, a revenue generating activity. It's auditions that get you jobs more often than not, especially when you're just starting. so make sure you're doing it often. How many you do is mostly up to your bandwidth. If you're lucky and work from home, or just have a lot of free time to do auditions, you can afford to dedicate a lot of time to this. If you have life things that gets in the way, you'll have less. But even if you only get a few hours every week, spend them all auditioning for jobs at the very beginning. It's more important than quite literally anything else you can be doing. Think of it this way. If you spend all this time training and practicing by yourself, maybe watching some YouTube videos, you may well learn a whole bunch of stuff and actually get better at voiceover. But no one's listening to you, and then no one's hiring you because no one knows you're out there. Maybe, if you're already an incredible marketing expert or a website designer, you could argue that this other stuff could be helpful. But for most of us, it's just going to be the busy work. As a rule, I like to think that I'm also never the exception and will have to work hard, and just auditioning regularly has treated me really well so far, especially when I just got started. I've made good money on ACX with this exact strategy, so I'm certain you can too. Give it a go, comment if you have any questions, and if you want any tips on auditions and how to speed them up maybe, let me know so I can make a video on it. Good luck!